Now it's
So,
Reish Nun Tes, and it's
Lama Gimel Lama Tes in the Torah.
in the Torah. Okay.
No, V'hadabinan.
Second line.
V'hadabinan. Where are you? Reish Nun Tes, V'hadabinan. Yeah. Says the way it says, Perek Cheskes Abatim, page Mem Gimel. The Porich, Gemara asks, V'lisleku beitrei minayu v'lidainu. Two people should be mistalik themselves, and they could be dayanim. So, what's the case? We saw it yesterday in the Shulchan Aruch. The case is that two guys come in and steal the Sefer Torah from the Kehillah, right? Now, since they're all shut from in the Sefer Torah, no one in the shul can be made. No one in the shul or the Kehillah can be a dayan. They're all made. They're all megay b'dava, right?
There's got to be a way out of that.
Wait. Because they assume that the two people are members of the shul.
No,
the Sefer Torah
since the Sefer Torah belongs to the shul,
Right.
and they want to get the Sefer Torah back, they're on the Negei B'Dava. They'll say, "Yeah, that's Sefer Torah. Well, you're Negei B'Dava. You're not Naaman. You can't judge these people. You're Negei B'Dava. So what do you do? What do you do?" So Gemara says, "V'lisku b'shem minayuv v'ledainu." Let two people be misalik themselves from the Din Torah, from the Sefer Torah rather. They should be misalik themselves, and then they can be dayanim.
How is that possible?
They can be misalik themselves. Say, we're not going to be nana from the Sefer Torah ever again. Ad kan, and then they can
can't be a
judge.
member
They
of
leave the shul.
They have to leave the shul.
So that's what Gemara asks.
Write another Sefer Torah.
That's what Gemara asks. Sefer Torah is b'shmiya, and they're going to hear. It's not so easy to be misalik yourself from the Sefer Torah. It's not clear exactly what the kasha is, but that's the Gemara's kasha. You can't be misalik. You can be misalik yourself from a mikvah. So I won't go to the mikvah. You can be misalik yourself from the local falafel store. But you can't be misalik yourself from Sefer Torah. You're going to hear Kriyas Torah at some stage, and then you're going to get a b'dava. That's the chayr of the kasha.
Can you treat it like a mourner that's standing someplace where there's music, and they're not
being there now? It's interesting shayla because it's a whole shayla sapaiskim. Is Kriyas Torah?
It's not about Hana.
Is Kriyas Torah chayvus tzibur or chayvus gavra? Do you have to hear Kriyas Torah, or does the tzibur have to read Kriyas Torah? Nafkamina is, can you go have Kriyas Torah? It's like you got to go hear Kriyas Torah now. Guys to go to the bathroom. Is he mechuyev not to hear Kriyas Torah? Oh no, it's a chayvus tzibur. The tzibur has to read Kriyas Torah. You're in the tzibur, so if you're there, you read Kriyas Torah, but there's no chiyuv on each person to read Kriyas Torah. So maybe that's the shayla of the Gemara. Maybe that's the Shakaratariya, whether he's allowed to misalik himself. Okay, well, that's already kind of irrelevant. But we're working now with the Gemara's kasha. The Gemara's kasha is let two people be misalik themselves from the Sefer Torah, and then they can be dayanim. Interesting. It doesn't say they could be edim; they could be dayanim, right? Kosva Taisus. Taisus has a kasha.
Why can they be dayanim and not edim?
It doesn't say they can't be edim, which is interesting. The Gemara doesn't use the lashon edim, right? The Gemara says v'ledainu. Maybe it means two people can misalik themselves. Then you can have a whole Din Torah. They can be the edim, maybe. Maybe it means someone else can be bringing dayan from the outside, and then these two people can be the edim. It says v'ledainu, and then you could judge them. Kosva Taisus. How's it going to help you misalik yourself from the Sefer Torah? That's nice kasha. How's it going to help to be misalik yourself? Either way, when the Geneva happened, they were Negei B'Dava. And you need Tchila V'Seif B'Kashrus, and here the Tchila was B'Psul. Kasha, what are you going to do?
If you don't know when it happened,
Well, then you're not an aid.
No, they know. They're saying that in shul, they see a guy stealing the Sefer Torah.
They all wanted their aid, right? They were there.
Everyone sees a guy comes in, he pretends he's using it for the youth minyan, and he walks off with the Sefer Torah. He's like, what? We thought you were using it next door. You can't just walk off with it.
oh,
Right.
I thought it was for the breakaway minion.
Let's go to the shows. Please get his answer.
So, Vaimari, so the Re says, it's not Tchila B'Psul. Why? Kevin she'ein psulai tali b'guf ala b'mammon. The psul is not psul b'guf, it's a psul b'mammon. When you say Tchila B'Psul is bad, that's only when it's a psul guf. He is a korath. He is posel eidus. He was even avera. The gavra is posel. Hey, the gavra is kasha. There's nothing wrong with the guy. The only problem with the guy, it's a chefza gavra. This is the first time you've seen places the chefza gavra chilik. If it's a shaila of gavra, He's apostle. He was the brother. He can't testify. He was apostle because he's a ganav. He's apostle. He's got sort of a chakran. He's apostle. But here, he's kosher. Rakma, there's a hefta problem. That he's related to the money. But once he's Masalik himself, he's no longer related to the money. He's no longer got kasha. Okay, that's nice to You don't hear it, right? You have a better terror. It's a kasha. It's a massive kasha on the Gemara. What are you going to do? Why? What's the Havaman of the Gemara? They can be Masalik themselves. It's Tchilib B'Psul. It's Tchilib B'Psul. And you know who else says it? Let's keep going to the base size. Let's see.
But we have learned before in a number of cases that, in where a person is going to be the recipient of the windfall.
If he's Negei B'Dava, yeah.
Yeah, so...
He's Negei B'Dava. It's possible.
This is different, though.
Let's just see a couple more. He brings a few other sheets as a whole like this. You shouldn't think it's a das yachid. V'chein kasu sham harosh. Simen mem. Avagav debin tchos of sefer pakashras. Hayni mile bepisel aguf. Ava pisel maman loy ba'inin rak sefer pakashras. When it comes to mamas, you just need him to be not negay when he's made.
What does it mean that it's... I don't.
No, because
even though when he stole,
what's mammon and gufir? I understand because it's the. If he was related to the guy that owned the Sefer Torah, it was his brother's Sefer Torah.
Oh, so good question. So what he's saying is, when it comes to negias, you have to be negay when you're married. I don't care if you're negay or when the guy stole. That's irrelevant now because now the mafreya, you're not negay when you were married, right?
No, the Rush makes it very clear. I like the Rush.
Go ahead. What do you see the Rush is saying?
The Rush is saying that well, he answers my question. He answers my question, which is, if you stand to win a lot of money by the Pesach din.
So you're negated of
but here, if he's Masalik himself,
once he's Masalik himself, he's not.
But then it goes to the question of what's the chiyuv on hearing Kriyas Torah.
Right. Okay.
But if, on the other hand, let's say your family, good question, if your family donated the Sefer Torah, and when you donated Sefer Torah to a shul, it's got the covering and it's got the name on it and everything. You have a connection to it. It's a different thing.
Okay. Geen kans op zomaar Rosh. Avagav de binnen het glas in de Sefer Bekashus. Hani mili bepisel aguf. Ava pisel mamen lai bayinan rak Sefer Bekashus. Geen kans op zomaar Muke Yosef. B'shem Ramban. Geen kans op Beitur. B'shem Ri Megash. Geen kans op Mordechai. B'shem Ri. So basically,
Everybody's lined up.
Yeah, the Muke Yosef, the Ramban, the Itur, Ri Megash.
But what about the Rambam?
Obviously, me not understanding is my problem.
Well, no, because there's a machlokes. You'll see.
I just don't understand what's the.
What
if
do you
it was
mean?
his
What's the
brother's
shayla?
Sefer Torah,
Yeah.
so it's mammon. Oh no, it's good. I don't understand.
If it's his
Why?
brother's Sefer, it's goof. Because your brother's related to you. That's a psula goof. You're a apostle aid. The goof aid is apostle. I can't be made. I'm apostle aidus on this case. Right?
If it's your own Sefer Torah, not Kal V'Chomer, it's
Because you're Masalik yourself, it's not your Sefer Torah anymore. It was a Sefer-
anymore. Okay, if we're
it
saying
was a
anymore,
Sefer
then
Torah.
anymore.
It
The whole
was a
problem
Sefer
we
Torah.
had was Tchilas of.
It was your
Psul.
Sefer Torah, right? But the problem, so it turns out there was Tchilas.
Oh, you are retroactively saying I'm retroactively and
Yeah.
I got from the Sefer Torah.
Retroactively.
Complaining, I never got that Hana.
Retroactively, no. So retroactively, I wasn't Negei B'Dava because I didn't know.
Now
I
retroactively
misaled
taking
myself.
myself out of the thing. I remember. Okay, that's I didn't know.
Lemafreya, I'm no longer. Then when I saw it, I was no longer Negei B'Dava. You can't say then I was. You
Retroactively, I
can't
wasn't
say
related to the guy.
exactly.
But
You
can't
are
say
related, but you weren't
retroactively
Negei B'Dava. Okay.
retroactive.
Says the Beis Yosef.
That only works if it's a cheftish on mitzvah, because there's love nanas like that. But he said, the kiddush, a guy stole a whole thing of herring out of the kiddush, and that Shabbos, and it was everyone's kiddush.
Love
Nah,
nanas.
retroactively, I'm not nana from any herring in the last 3 months. You can't say that because you were nana.
But by mitzvahs, it's not nana. Okay. Good. Because of Nuka Yosef Perek Cheskel Sabatim. Shemisha ya Eidus Lekroivai. Shemisha ya Dea Eidus Lekroivai. You know Eidus for your brother, or brother-in-law rather. V'nistalik Oisei Korov Meisi Mamon. So kosher. And then your Karov is Masalik himself from that moment. Kosher Lahayid. Now you can testify. Similarly aside, right? Ubenida, Peg Ba, Simon Memtes, Basimen, Daf Memtes Masnisin. The Chala Kosher Ladun, Kosher Lahayid. Anyone who can dan, anyone who could be a judge, can be made. Therefore, what? If you can judge, you can be made. Because the Taisa in time back Cheskasapatim, the Prophet Saka betray Minai Viladaini. Taisa says there should be two people should be Masak themselves Viladaini, and then they should be Dayanim, right? Kasha is if they can be Dayanim, they can be made Adim. Kalaroy Ladun. Not the same guy. They're saying if the Gemara says they could be if they could be an aid, if they can be Masalik themselves and be an aid and be a Dayan, they can be Masalik themselves and be an aid. That's his kasha. L'saka b'trei minai v'ledainu, but back yesh neichlim paisel tchilase b'pastas b'seifer b'kashras. So why in Perek Yesh Neichlim did it say that he's possible to be an aid? So you're going to tell me it's easier to be a judge and to be an aid.
What is the case in Cheskas Batim?
Cheskas Batim, that's what we saw over here.
Okay.
Let them be misag themselves and judge. Right? So v'chitema, you're going to tell me, says Taisus, Lodun kosher tfei, it's easy to be a judge and to be an aid, v'atnan. Kosher Lodun, kosher Lahayid. If you're allowed to be a judge, you're allowed to be an aid. So this is kasha. Why is the Gemara mashma you could be a judge, but you can't be an aid? Why not? If you could be a judge, you could be an aid.
How is that in the mashma in the language of the Gemara? I thought it was a puzzle across the board.
Well, the Gemara says, "V'salku beitrei minayu v'ledainu." They should be masalik yourselves and be a judge. Why not? Why just be a judge? Be an aid also. Why does it say be masalik and be a judge?
I thought you were interpreting it as we don't know exactly what it means.
No.
Okay.
L'chaira, I mean that's when you read it, you're like, what's it mean? But Taisus is saying, he's saying it says be a judge. Taisus says a kasha.
There's a slight difference between the Sefer Torah and the money. If a guy stole money from me, stole $1 million, and I say I'm masalik myself on $1 million, and now I can give Adis on it that he stole.
Yeah.
Okay. So at this point now, there's no retroactive. Like he stole it then, I didn't have it then, I don't have it now. I haven't changed anything retroactively. Just like then I couldn't have it, and now I can't have it. Like that's it. I was mafkir.
Okay.
It's not my money, right? But there with the Sefer Torah, you've already got the hana from the Sefer Torah. You've already heard the lane for the last 6 months or whatever.
After it was stolen or before it was stolen? You're not you ate
You're saying after it was stolen. So you're saying you from the second before it was stolen, so you didn't get any hana anymore. Okay.
ויש לו עמד, מסניסין מיירי בלבא. The mission is talking about the future. כל הכושר לודון, לבא, כושר להיד. Anyone who's able to judge in the future is able to be made. מה שיראה, מכאן ולהבא, עד כאן לשינוי. כלומר, what is this saying? כלומר, אבל נוגע בדבר ונסתלק, דאבימידי דעבר, someone who's nogeh b'davar is misalik himself when the first white line. That's already in the past. Then you're allowed to be a judge, but you can't be an aid. Okay, that's what Taisa says. Taisa wants to be mechalik between being an aid and being a judge.
Fair.
Because of our goyis with Perek Tes Vav b'Chasidus in the Rambam. Shabbeinu Baruch Savar, the Psul Lahayid, the Pasul Lahayid. He can't even be made. V'nir Dvar V'Laram, right? With the Parach, Kama Zimni L'Salka B'Chem Minay V'Ledainu. It says a few times in the Gemara, they should be Misal themselves V'Ledainu. It never once says they should be misalik themselves and testify. It always says they should be misalik and be judge and judge. It's interesting, right? You want to take money from this guy with his aid who was misalik himself, right? I feel like you know the very Rabbeinu Baruch, but come on, like you paiskin to like Chavasi like Timaman, give it the book to Rabvasa. You can't take money out with such an aid who was misalik himself. Why? It's a machlekes a paiskim. A koshke not to shin divrei Rabbeinu Baruch, the Timani al Achos Haram. The Rabbeinu has basim the shutuf shnisalik that saw them made. It says that shutuf who's misalik himself, he can testify. So you see, the silik does work. To be made, not to judge. You're a shutuf in Isaac. You misalik yourself, say, I don't want anything to do with this guy. The Gemara says, you can be made. It doesn't say you can be judge.
What's the case?
You're a shutuf in a business with Benji, and someone comes and steals your computer. You can't testify because you're the Baldova. You can be misalik yourself with the computer, and then you can be made on it. It doesn't say you can judge.
Well, only works one way.
What is that, like Yayush or something?
You misalik yourself from it. No.
You must give the proceeds of the court case.
You make a kinyan, you do say, you make a kinyan, it's not mine anymore, I've nothing to do with it, I can't be named from it anymore, it's not mine. Now you can testify.
That only works. That
Can
only
you
makes
change your mind
sense.
afterwards and take it
You
back?
can't change your mind, you made a kinyan. That's why you have to make a kinyan. That's
You
what Gemara says,
put it
dinner
in.
mainly doesn't. Yeah, that's why he doesn't
I
know.
can sell you my watch.
It's sold, you can't change your mind.
And you can sell me my watch back.
That's true.
And I can sell it back to you again.
Right.
So why not this?
Your misalik yourself is no longer yours. Can the guy give it to his matana back? Yeah, but anyone can give any aid to matana. No way. How can anyone be made? Maybe the guy's going to give him matana 2 weeks later. At the moment, it's not this age. He has no shaykhs at this moment. It's not his. The whole you say to the kinyan is you can't change your mind. That's what kinyan is basically for. Too late, you can't change your mind. So you want to say the other guy can change his mind? If he wants to give you matana, you can. He can be misalik himself also. Anything could happen, but right now, this guy has no din dvarim in his chayfetz.
So in the case of Sefer Torah?
Same, similar. Should be the same din. That's what he wants to say. L'chayra Sefer Torah. Don't bring a diuk from the fact that the Gemara used the lashon v'lasidu, because by shutfim it says, l'dainu. By shutfim it says they can be made. By shutfim it says each one can be made. Not each one can be a dayan. Achach matzasi la'rosh, v'tshuva klal simen klal nun zayin, sheshasa divrei ben Meir, mitam hachroa zeh shechsavti Rambam, shechsavti Rambam, b'egeniz chesach divrei rosh. So basically it's a big machlekes Rambam Rosh, Rabbeinu Baruch. Can you be misalik yourself and be made? You can for sure be medayin l'chayra, but can you be an aid if you misalik yourself?
And there's no question, or anyone analyzes the cases and shows that there's a difference between the two cases that they're bringing.
He doesn't bring it. I'm sure there's a lot of hakam in the Choredim over here, but what are you going to do? Here it says that you could be a shutuf can be misalik himself and testify. You're a shutuf in the same day. It's the same. It's the same thing. It's just a slightly different, nuance. But what difference if you're a shutuf in the Sefer Torah, if you're a shutuf in the laptop? Can you testify on it? Turn to Shulchan Aruch. We're on page Lam Kuf. On page Reish Hey. Sorry, Reish Zayin. It says the Shulchan Aruch. It seems similar to the last siman we did, but there's differences. We just saw your dialogue yesterday. Tes Vav. Bepisel Mammon. Shulchan Aruch Tes Vav. Bepisel Mammon. Someone who's posel eidus because he's negeh b'dava. Lei ba'inan tchilasei v'seif b'kashrus. You do not require tchila v'seif b'kashrus. Shimaya negeh b'dava b'shas riyasei eidus. If he was negeh b'shas riyasei eidus. Because he had some type of benefit. He could do a siluk be'inyan. Now he can testify.
Wow.
He doesn't even talk about being made. About being a dying. He just talks
So
about.
I'm your business partner, and David steals $10 million from us.
Only 10 million?
And I say, all right, I'm Stalik myself. Here, Kenyan. And I say, fine, I'll go and I'll.
You mean
We
you
get the money out of him. And then you're like, oh, okay,
So
thank
this
you
is-
very
You're
much.
Masalik yourself. It's not
You're
yours.
selling yourself,
I
but
will.
like,
You-
shkayach, like,
Right, shkoyach. It's mine. It's not yours. You got nothing to do with the money.
it seems a little bit.
Just turn off the radio here.
Seems optimistic, let's say.
He's Masalik himself. Can the guy give you matana back? Can your business partner do your taiva after? Maybe. But
Chayra is a business partner Torah?
no. He's not a karov, but if it's your shutlas, then you're negabed. If he's a karov, then you can't testify either way. But he's a business partner. Once you masalik yourself, he's no longer a business partner. You don't do
No,
that.
that's it. You got to decide the whole thing.
The last guy that's going to do the taiva is a business partner. Believe me, if you've been in business, you'll know that, right? No. The last guy that's going to do your taiva is your ex-business partner. Once you masalik yourself, he hates your guts more than anyone else. Okay, so says the Sma. Tezvav, bepisel moment ein tzarech. Hatam, the dafka bepisel kurva. Only by a karov, the after nisrachik mimenu, even though you're no longer a karov, now there's a divorce or someone died, but kamakim zeh sheyad lai, uzeh shedifsel lai lai b'rshayna. You're still being made on the same guy. And originally you were puzzle. Mishumachi nisha bepisel. It remains puzzle. Masha'en came bepsul atoli b'negias mammon. However, when it comes to negias mammon, right? Kivish nistalik ma'isai na. Once you remove yourself from that na, v'nichnas acher tachtav leisai na, and now that money belongs to a yankel, not you, your partner. Haru ki'ilu. It's as if le'yisai na mimen le'ilam. It's like you never had benefit from it. So it turns out when you saw the Misa, you also didn't have benefit from it. You didn't know at the time, but really then you weren't going to have benefit from it either because you were masalik yourself. Shame puzzle. Also with a psul moment, someone says, are you a puzzle? Yeah, he's a puzzle. He's an 8 puzzle. No, he doesn't have a shame puzzle. Since when he saw the Eidos, he could immediately, right then and there, be masalik himself and say anything in dvarim, right? He could have said, he sees the guy stealing the guy's laptop, he could say, anything in dvarim. And then, now he's 8 kasha, so he's not 8, he doesn't have a shame puzzle. That's his chiddush, I think. He doesn't have a shame puzzle. If a guy's a brother, he sees someone robbing his brother, he can't just say, you're no longer my brother, you've got shame psil. You're 8 puzzle. Hey, you're not 8 puzzle. Happens to be you have an agia, but you could get rid of that agia immediately, instantaneously.
Does it have to be immediately?
No.
Okay.
Well, maybe. He says, Miyad, since you could.
That's my question.
You don't have to actually get rid of it immediately, but since you could have gotten rid of it immediately, you don't have a shame puzzle. You happen to right now be puzzle lahayit. But you're not a kara, you don't have a din kara, a din Russia. You happen right now to be negabadava, but you could just as easily say anything in the and then you don't have a din advar. Then you're not a shame puzzle.
That is interesting.
Your perception is only going to be skewed if you have some kind of negiyas. But if you remove any negiyas by saying, I have no benefit whatsoever from this item.
No, I understand
And
that.
that's
But the question, what is he trying to say that you could have done it miyad? What he's basically saying is that is that regardless of the timing, you always had the potential. You weren't tied.
It's
to
circumstantial. That's how it's
circumstantial.
He
That's a very
happens
good
to
word.
be right now like apostle. He isn't an apostle. He's not apostle. Right now, he happens to be apostle, but he could just as easily say Ein Din Advarim and not be apostle.
Perfect adjective. Perfect.
So that's the last line in this Sma. Mash'enkin b'sul kurva, you can't be misalik yourself from your relative. You can't go ahead and kill his relative immediately and become a rochek, right?
That's interesting. Let's say you could have killed your relative immediately.
He could divorce his wife. He could, decide to divorce his wife at that moment.
He needs to give her a get. You can't do it on the spot. He needs to give her a get. He needs to, it's complicated.
That's a question.
It takes years to give a woman a get. You can't do it out of makom, right? Says the shach.
If you said to your wife, I'm in love with your sister, then you could probably
Get it fast.
Yeah.
Why?
Because she'll want you out quick.
She want you out fast. They always want the guy out fast. They want a lot of money though. That's the problem. That's what happens. Says the Shach. V'chein kosav b'shuvas. V'chein pasak. What did I say?
Kosav.
V'chein pasak b'shuvas v'ari ben Chaim. Seif Simon Chof Tes. Shachras ha'machar b'machras. He passes like the mechaber. The what? You don't need tchilav v'sefer b'kashus. U'b'tshuva Simon Kuf Gimel loy kosav kain. In Kuf Gimel he doesn't say that. Ela kosav davi sveikid the dinner. There he says it's sveikid the dinner. Whether this aid can be tchila b'psul.
Based on whether it's beguf or b'mamo.
Yeah. V'ayin shom v'ayimash kosav l'kam sim lam zayin sifyut ches, which we'll take a look at in a minute. V'ayin m'tshuvas marit sim chavav v'simen chav kuf a. Take a look in the Pisrei Tshuva. Tezvav.
This is why you have to get rid of chametz immediately after Pesach. If you have chametz over Pesach, then you still get rid of them. You can't have enough of them, and then you retroactively masalik yourself from the chametz.
Says the Pisrei Tshuva, B'dova v'yoyed. Yisrael Katzim B'dova v'yoyed says the Pisrei Tshuva. I am behetiv, I am b'shach l'kam sim lam zayin sifyut ches l'amadalet. So you know what? Maybe we'll see it inside first.
Right, it's right above us.
No, I want to see first of all Lamed Zayin Yud Ches. Turn to page Reish Samach Gimel. Take a look in the Shach Reish Samach Gimel. Lamed Zayin Yud Ches. Says the Shach Atshi Stalik. V'das Rabbeinu. You got it? Shach Reish
Who is
Samach
Rabbeinu
Gimel.
Baruch, by the way?
I think his name was Baruch. I don't know.
You don't know that.
Yeah, no, he was one of the early
That's
Rishonim.
Rabbeinu Baruch.
V'das Rabbeinu Baruch u'Maram Agos Maimonides Perek Tes Vav Ben Chasedus the Davka B'Dayonim Hani Siluk V'Lei Beidus. We saw that in the Beis Yosef. That the Siluk only helps to be a dayan, not to be an aid. Okay? To be in Tchilas V'Sefer B'Kashus. By an aid you need Tchilas V'Sefer B'Kashus. Like Benji wanted to say, you've got your Rabbeinu Baruch, Aram, and the Maimoni. V'hilchach kivin de b'shas v'yaseh edus ha'yaposol ha'imahashniano siluk. Now it won't help you misalek.
It completely contradicts the earlier.
It's machlaikas. Machlaikas, we saw this machlaikas, Rishonim, the siluk help to be an aid. The Gemara's notion is l'daini.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
They say it means just to be a dayan. You can't be misalek yourself to be an aid. Chen kosvatayis is b'neder perek ba, Simon. Taisa says like also.
There's no tchila with diners.
Oh, very good. Benji nailed it. Why is it a problem with a dayan? Because when I saw the Maisa, I wasn't a dayan. I was a guy. You were an aid. You were an aid puzzle. You can't say I was a dayan puzzle. I wasn't a dayan. I can be selling myself, and now I'm a dayan. Very good. You nailed it in one. Very good. We can skip the rest of the shit. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
We'll strike Benji. Go on, man. But until now, until Benji says this, it's all like, what? Why are you dying? Yeah, hey, no. It makes no sense. What's going on over here, right? Okay, v'chein kazav taisus, b'nida perek ba simen, chein kazav b'shavas a roish reish klal not ches, b'shem ma'aram, v'rim Paris, I guess that's Paris from France, Could you believe that? It was
Could
a shame
be.
in Paris. The government was a dash Simon Shimei Malef base maybe Divri Agos Mamlis and Marama now Bastam. Okay. Val P skip the brackets, Shibba base Yosef L Sif Sibin Lamed Gimel, Docha Divri Maram. The base Yosef doesn't like this Maram. He says, right? V'nimshich Acha Chuvas Arosh. Shik Shibahach the Shutfim Idim Zelzeh. He brought a bum kasha. It says a shutzuf could be misal can be made, right? That was the base says kasha shein of tshuva, right?
Emes lo kasha.
Like kasha midi, it's not a kasha b'chal. Why the yeshleim with hosam ma'ir be'ed the shura shutuf achash shelikatz mai. Ooh, well, he could be made. Says the shach. It's talking about not something he saw when he was a shutuf. After he was a shutaf, so what's a chiddush? Like, of course he could. If he's no longer a shutaf, of course he can be testified. But what's a tzad? No. So what are you talking about? So again, it's weird. He was misalk himself, and then he saw the Maisa.
Yeah, because
What's going on there?
No,
What's the shach saying?
He's saying that you can be in shutfa with somebody, but the elements that are involved in the shutfas, you could have removed yourself from Nogea B'Dover in that thing. Let's say...
Why was he... I want to know why on earth was this guy misalik himself if he didn't yet see the Eidos?
No, because...
The Chayri misalik himself, he wants to be Eid, right?
No, because they're partners, but they had a disagreement.
Okay, they're partners, and you mean just some partners split up?
They didn't split up. They're partners. They're partners.
The partners in something else, so they're not partners. If the partners is not shy to this, so they're not
No, let's say you're partners in a bunch of things.
Okay, so you're not partners in this thing.
And one of the things...
We have 5 businesses, and I'm misalik myself from, we both owe together Starbucks. I'm misalik myself from Starbucks, and the guy comes in and robs Starbucks. Oh, you can't be made because you're together shoot from over there.
No, let's say you shoot him in a whole bunch of diro in.
So it's like saying a kirva. You're saying it's like a
Bet Shemesh, right?
So
you
can't
have
be made
a whole bunch of apartments, and then you come into a disagreement on a particular thing. And you say I'm a salik from that thing.
Okay.
But the rest were still shoot for.
Okay.
Yeah, but the Aedis is on that thing that he was masalik.
No, the thing that he was masalik, and then he was already masalik on that thing when
he saw the Eidos.
When he saw the Eidos. But
So-
he's still they're still shutfim
But they're not shutfim in that thing.
in other things. So the
So
question
they're
You
coming
can be
made on
shutfim in
this.
everything in all businesses. Someone goes into his house and steals his piano, and I'm there like, oh, it's nothing to do with me, the piano. It's his piano.
You're saying
I
if
could be an
the
aide.
shutuf makes
You could be
tons of
a-
money, it'll be good for my business in general. That's what you're saying. You're saying
It's like a kirva.
yeah, once my shutuf, if my shutuf becomes a billionaire, so it's great for me. Now I'm partners with Bill Gates. It'll help my business in general. Even though in that particular specific thing, I'm not like, I think the way the Beis Yosef reads it is so much more the pashtus,
which is
that he sees the Eidos, he wants to be made, he's misalik himself to be made on the thing he was a partner in. Not that, otherwise, why is he misalik himself?
You call me masalik with that opinion, it's nothing.
He was misalik. No, he's talking about with the kid. But why were you misalik himself if he didn't see the Eidos already? Well, the guy's an idiot. He's a novi. He knows he's about to see something, so he's misalik himself. Then he sees it. What's the shach saying? I don't understand. So why does he misalik himself, Rabban Shalom? The whole point of the silik is that he can testify. If he didn't yet see the Maisa, why is he being misalik himself? You're saying it happens to be a guy. It's never happened in history of Yiddishkeit. The guy's misalik himself from business. He gets bought out. You know what? I keep the business. I worked in it for 20 years. Keep it. I'm misalik himself. The whole point is he wants to be made. That's the whole. No, he sold the business. Okay, so be made. What do you mean it's silik? This is a kinyan called a guy's misalik himself from a business. It doesn't happen ever. He's misalik himself because he wants to be made. So how does it help? And after he's misalik himself, then he saw the Maisa. I don't understand. Okay. Geen much betides is weggegs batim. Bishop place kim day shleim again. It's much. I didn't see why in Taisus that tall. You can take a look in the Gemara there. I didn't print it out. With the Hikshu, I have to the Salko Beche Minai. Taisus says, the Salko Beche Minai, but in it, Bakasha, that's what we saw. That's a Kasha, Save Kasha, right? Taisus says, he's got to be Tchilu Sefer Bakashas. So Hikshu came Le'el Minei, Ahadam Eden Zelazah. Taisus didn't ask this question where it says that Shutim can be made Zelazah, right? Taisus then didn't say, wait, you need Tchilu Sefer Bakashas. So it must be that Taisus says that case was chilav b'seifai b'kashrus anyway. He was misalik himself before he saw the Maisa. Otherwise, why didn't Taisa has the same kasha by Mi'idim Zelazeh? Again, Taisa only asks that you need chilav b'kashrus by the mikvah. Taisa doesn't say that you need siluk. Taisa doesn't say you need chilav b'kashrus by the shutfim. Must be the Taisa held that case is anyway chilav b'kashrus. So therefore, he doesn't have a kasha on that, right? He's asking why Taisa only asks in this case, not by shutfim. Do you need chilav b'sefer kashrus? Okay. Because of v'leik shoken el minei ha the meidin zelazeh. Taisa never was bothered by his bum kasha by shutfim meidin zelazeh. How does it help by shutfim to be misalik himself? They shouldn't say, how does it help shutfim to be misalik himself? It's tchila b'psol. How does siluk help by shutfim? Taisa doesn't ask that. Why not? Must be Taisa's help. That case was that the tchila was b'kashrus. He was misalik himself before he saw the edus. Lefi the shach, right? With me?
Very strange.
So Taisa, in a nutshell, Taisa has a bum kash on the Gemara. The Gemara says you can be misalik in two cases. You can be misalik by shutfim, you can be misalik by a mikvah. Now by shutfim, Taisa doesn't say anything. For the salik, and you can be made. By the mikvah, he says for the salik can be made. Wait, hold on! You need chilav of kashrus. So ask the shach, why doesn't Taisa ask by be made? Wait, by the shutfim, wait, you need chilav of kashrus. There, he keeps quiet. Why does he keep quiet by the shutfim? You should say, Taisa should jump up. How can the guy be misalik and testify for his partner? You need chilav of kashrus. How does siluk help you? So the answer is pasha, the shach. You know why? Because the Me'idim Zelazeh by partners is talking about he's misalik himself before he saw the edus. So when he saw the edus, he was b'kashas. So Taisa doesn't have a kasha b'chal.
Well, you could say something else. If you're partners in something, me and you are partners in an item, when that item no longer exists, is no longer in our rishus, then we no longer have a partnership. So de facto, I'm misalik myself from the partnership.
We have a part. I mean, it was eaten. What happened to it? It was stolen. It's not gone.
It's gone.
We still own.
I'm
We still
saying
own that
it's
thing.
gone, but it's not in our rishus. We don't have it anymore.
We catch the gun if he's got to pay the partners.
Okay, but that's like a whole new thing now. It's like we got it back into our possession. Now we've recreated partnership.
See,
but the second it's taken from us,
it's not,
then the binding of our shutfim is gone.
I couldn't disagree with you more. You have every chayvit has two parts to it: the shalai and the b'shusai. Just because someone takes it, it's no longer b'shusai. It's still shalai.
So let's say the thing doesn't exist anymore. Let's say the thing was eaten.
Oh, so if it's
We're
eaten,
partners in a house in Palisades, and it burns down. There's no house anymore. There's nothing there. We're still partners.
You're still partners in getting in the You're still partners.
You're partners in that we're going to get money from.
Whoever
We're
owes-
partners in something that's maybe going to be neither.
Whoever burnt it down. Whoever owes us money. Whoever's a
Yeah,
cry
but I'm
for
saying
it.
that is a partnership. There's nothing there yet.
tangible.
If we win, then versteht sich.
Okay, I hear. I hear. Okay, v'chein chazav b'tshuvas ma'ara ben chaim simukov gimel v'chazav. Daf agav, the Beis Yosef naktinin korev paiskim. Even though the Beis Yosef says like Rav Paiskim, all the ones we saw in the Mikra Yosef, the Mikra Malkaim, Kevin, the Kaimala, and this is your favorite line in the Shulchan Aruch. Kevin, the Kaimala, the Muchzuk Yochalai Kimli. Since the Muchzuk can say Kimli, he can say this aid. He was misalik himself. I hold. Silik doesn't help. Right? Rak b'makom shemaseihu yachid. Eina yachol. Only if there's any p'tas yachid, but then don't dika ram, but Taisus nida, Rav Baruch. Here you've got more than one shita. You can't say kimli with one shita, but here you've got a bunch of shitas. For sure you can say kimli. Vada the yachol amuchas gleimar. The magic words, kimli. This is why you should always take a Toen Rabani. Because even if a guy can bring a kosher aid and say, listen, he's no longer a mishpacha, he's no longer a gebedavi, he's misalik himself. From the moment you can say, Kimli, I hold like Rabbeinu Baruch that you need chilul b'kashrus, even by dinner momentus. Geweldig. It's good you came, no? Now you know. Now take a
It just
look.
paid for itself. This free course just paid for itself.
Now take a look in. So before, take a look. So far we've dealt with kiruv of kurva, where you're no longer korev. We've dealt with you're no longer negei b'mammon. What about a case where a guy was a Rasha, apostle Edus, and now he's a kosher?
You did shoot.
He did tshuva. Can he be made? I mean, this happens all the time. You have a guy, right? He's an aid under a chuppah. The guy gets married to a girl. And then it turns out that she gets married to someone else without a proper get. So the kid's mamzerin. Old kasha, right? She was married. She didn't get a proper get. Now she's married to someone else. So the kid's mamzerin. Who are the aidim under the chuppah of the first wedding? The guy was Michal Shabbos.
He had a smartphone.
He had a smartphone, right? He was Pasaladus. I think the place say Pasaladus, right? The guy has a smartphone. He's Pasaladus. He's Michal Shabbos.
Now he only has the kosher phones.
But now the prices went up. Whatever happens now, the guy's chayzer b'tshuva. So they want to say. So the place will come and say, listen, the first kedushin, the first chuppah, the guy's Pasaladus.
Was it the same Aiden both times?
The Adam,
I know her Moshe Paskin. So.
what if the guy does tshuva, or if the guy was
If it was possible at
the guy was apostle, so then there's no chasna.
There's no chasna.
There's no chasna. That's how we paskin. The first chuppah happens all the time. Most of the time where these people are not having proper gittim, it's because they're barely religious. They don't know the halachas. And the Eidim, the Rav is barely a Rav. And the Eidim are not Eidim. The Eidim are all B'chal Shabbos B'fahesias. So B'meila, the chuppah is not a good chuppah, right? So that's what you do. You find out one of the Eidim is B'chal Shabbos B'fahesia, boom, and the chuppah is invalid, right? What happens to the guy that tshuva? Is now he a kosher aid?
No, if he's an aid at a wedding, it's
I
good.
went to a wedding.
So now it's a good.
Oh, retroactively.
When he was an aid. He was Michal Shabbos for 25 years, right?
It's not din mon.
10 years later, after the chuppah, he goes to Asamech and comes about Shuvah. Or Isha Torah, no insult, you know, or Chabad, he's not his, and then, so now Israel, Lemafreya is that chuppah kasha? No! Baruch Hashem, we got some logs on the shach. Let's take a look at the shach.
I was in a chasna in Yerushalayim.
This is why people don't like doing kiruv, by the way. Yeah, what?
Reb Neustadt, he's an Av based in.
Yeah.
So he looks at me, he goes, you going to be an aid for the chuppah? And I go, me? He goes, do tshuva right now and you'll be fine. I said, okay, tshuva.
Right, they told me to do tshuva before. That's the standard operating procedure.
I had such a case.
Huh?
Bij groepen de gooien is different. Bij groepen gaan wees kedushin kan probleem is. That's why it's coaching just all times are mice eten van mice show.
Here, they're making it happen. Oh, okay.
So
Very good.
I'll tell you a story. So on a Wednesday night, a friend calls me up and says, "What are you doing tonight?" I said, "I had no plans." He says, "Can you come to Borough Park?" I said, "Sure. Why?" He said, "Bracha got really angry at me in Torah Park Suva, so I need an aid." So
Well, it's her bad if she tore up the ksuba. That's her loss.
So I go down there, and the Rav, we're gonna keep on everything. And the Rav says, "Okay, now first do tshuva." The tshuva, fine.
Turn to page Reish Lamed in the Shach. Reish Lamed is Siman Lamed Daled. One Siman further down. Next Siman in the Shulchan Aruch.
Which were
Lamed in the Shach. Sif Chof Tes. Reish Lamed. Siman Lamed Daled. Sif Chof Tes. Kivin Shalaka B'Beisin. Once the guy's living Avera, right? The guy eats treif, then he gets malchus. Says the Shach Nira. The call up psulim machmas Avera. Sounds puzzle because he didn't Avera. He ate in the treif restaurant, and they give him malchus. So now ksherim kishechazu b'tshuva haroya b'hem. Now he does tshuva, he gets malchus. Whatever the tshuva that he has to do
on that particular
Avera, right?
So wait, he already got the malchus, and then
He gets the malchus, he does tshuva.
And then he does tshuva.
Well, he does tshuva while he does the malchus. It's all part of the procedure. They don't just give him. They tell the guy to do tshuva. Now he's kosher.
Depends who you ask.
Right. So says the Shach.
Does that automatically?
He got the ticket.
You can give someone malchus and they still refuse to be.
Yeah, but if he does tshuva. If he does the tshuva, he does.
The
He
malchus.
does it after the malchus. He does it after the malchus.
Right?
Before the malchus, he does tshuva. He gets malchus the whole thing.
He got kapara, but it says
He's going to
tshuva,
tshuva.
not kapara.
He does tshuva. The Shach's not going into the nitty gritty. He got malchus. He did tshuva. He went to the mikveh 650 times. The Fida Rizal. Now what's it do? Now can he be made on something he saw when he was a Rosh Marusha? That's a kasha.
Yes.
So I feel it be'ed shra b'shash hay psulim b'aveira. He can be made. V'loi be'inim b'zet chilasav v'sayve b'kashrus. You don't need to say
Because he's
that he was-
puzzled to that thing that he did the Avera.
no. If you did an Avera, you ate treif, you can't be made on anything. There's Aiden that say you machal shabbos v'ches. You walk at the base, you say Reuven Shimamani. We say
don't get malchus
we
with
say
machal shabbos
Rabbi.
v'ches,
You're machal shabbos v'ches. You Aiden says worthless, right?
Is different.
No,
Again,
and yet, okay. There's no.
What does
But Pasha's
malchus
not.
have to
If
do
a guy
with-
does it, but Basra, the guy knows what he's doing. He's a Russia.
Why does he have to bring malchus into this?
I don't know. He's throwing in malchus for some reason. I don't know. Maybe because he's saying is we don't. Maybe the shach is like trying to weasel out. We don't give malchus nowadays, so maybe it's not negel 100%. I don't know. You're asking a great question.
Maybe it just.
Just he does tshuva. A guy asks his rabbi, does tshuva. He's no longer. He went to yeshiva for 20 years. Now he's a big rav. He was Amaretz. Now he's a godly b'Yisrael. Now he can't be made of something he saw when he was before he was chayzer b'tshuva. I mean, he's a guy that tshuva mamish. So of course says the shach. I feel it be'ed shor b'shashay psulim b'avera. He can be made. So l'chayra, I'm saying this is my aura. Even by a chuppah. If this aid under the chuppah did kiddushin, now the kids are going to be mamzer and mafreya. No, this rav is saying that that's not true because the aidim are actually creating the chuppah.
No, there's actually a significant difference.
It's not just aidus. It's not aid kiyum.
There's
It's not aid raya. It's aid kiyum.
There's a significant difference between the two cases. If someone is being exactly, if someone
Huh? No, the shach here doesn't machal b'chal. By Mammon, he always is machal. By Mammon, he always says you can. No, by Mammon, even a kur. Once you masalik yourself by Mammon, you can always be made.
Read the whole thing.
He doesn't say. It's Eddie Kiyum. See? Okay, I can see on the side. Let's see who people speak about it. So that can be made. But if B'Shas Maisa, they weren't Edim Ksherim, so it's not Chal. L'chayra, I hear what you're saying. Very good. Right, Shkrach, what do you say?
Shkoya.
Okay.